Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Inevitable Excess with me, Bring It On. To confront the calamitous Kekatar.
Our victory is certain.
I will resist.
Alright, that was easy enough.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge. Something over there.
I knew it.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Time's not waiting.
There's Marvok. Thought this is a side path, I guess it's not. Let's go back. Another path back here I want to explore before I speak to him.
I'll go ahead.
Amulet of Natural Armor plus 7, that might be an upgrade. Well, maybe it would have been if anybody was wearing an Amulet of Natural Armor in the first place. Reality shudders, as if it has been caught doing something shameful, but quickly returning to normal. Cool, we got some scrolls of synchronization to counter those debuffs we keep finding ourselves with. There's Guesmera. Go back and speak to her once we finish mapping out the village. And then we'll go speak to Marvok.
I know the way.
Same description as the other one. I'm not going to read it again.
Follow my lead.
Here's the clan hall. This is where Marvok said he was going to meet us at. So I'm wondering if there's more than one Marvok running around. I'm guessing we'll find out shortly. Who's there? A stranger? I recognize your footsteps. The blind woman with a wealth of dark hair turns toward you. You're the commander of the Crusaders, one who helped us break free of the demon's yoke. I'm Guesmera, the Woodshaper. Do you remember me? Remind me who you are. I'm Guesmera, a Woodshaper. A woodcarver or sculptor, as you would call it. My level of skill is not bestowed on everyone. The Woodshapers do not consider wood to be just a material. We do not make something out of it. We give the wood a new birth, reveal its beauty in a new form. Our village was consumed by illusions when you came to us. We saw demons as ordinary people, and saw people as demons. Our eyes have been deceived by the demons, but I am blind, and so I see with my heart. I confided in you, and pointed you to Marvok, who had been helping the demons to perpetuate the illusions. You defeated him in battle, but let him live. He has ruled our clan since. She falls silent, listening intently, then whispers. I can't quite explain it. I feel that once more Marvok, that he's changed in recent weeks. He's become kinder, more open. I welcome this change, even as it frightens me. Now that our village is back on its feet, we have some things to sell. Take a look if you wish. Show me your wares. Yeah, being able to make 9th level scrolls seems like a good idea. Let's go ahead and grab that. She has a ton of scrolls. think having a few more of those on hand might be a good idea. Greetings, guest. What do you know about the anomalies? Not much, and what little I do know, I know from Marvok. He said that some of the demons and animals in the Worldwound have lost their minds because of these anomalies. It must be true. Marvok wouldn't lie to us. An odd thing to say. She knows that he betrayed them before. What has life been like for your people? You destroyed the demonic illusions, and many of our people could not hold on to their sanity once they discovered the truth. Some left the clan to live their days as hermits. Others just wept and wept, unable to stop. Those are trying times. Still, we owed a debt to the Crusaders, and debts are sacred to Sarkorians. We've been sending our warriors to fight the Worldwound, and recently, Marvok gathered our whole clan to march to Eyes and Threshold. Tell me about Wintersun. Wintersun has always been a small village, scarcely known in the wider world of Sarkoris. Many villages lived their own lives back then. Everyone had their own rhyme and reason. Our clan meant little. Our ancestors weren't on the Sarkorian Council of Chieftains. They weren't being burned in the purifying flame at Pelura's fall. Life for them was peaceful and steady. The opening of the Worldwound was sudden. Large clans fought the demons. Smaller ones fled, or were swept away by the demonic armies. But a different fate lay in store for us. The demon Irabeth bewitched our clan, turning us into demons' unwitting companions and playthings. It was only thanks to you that we pulled through. Now we're the only ones with the right to call themselves true Sarkorians. Our place is here, in Eyes, where trials were once held and chieftains once gathered, even though no one ever summoned the Wintersun clan to events of such importance. I have to go. May the ancestors watch over you. Well, let's go speak to Marvok again. Or, I guess for the first time. I take that back. We spoke to him once. This is technically the second time. But the first time since he's been over here. Commander, you're here. Excuse me. I'm busy at the moment. Alright, let's see what lies over here.
Anything new?
Ready for anything? We will be victorious! This spell doesn't work like that.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Nice try. Didn't work, though.
That sucks. The enemies are spaced just enough that I can't target them both with the same AoE spell. And maybe this one.
Into the fray!
Begone, fiend!
Let's try this one. This will hurt.
This'll leave a bruise.
Prepare yourself!
Did you see that?
I gotta take care of that guy for me, Don Quixote. Archers should win that fight. Good job, guys.
Desna, guide my hand!
Let's see about dispelling this guy. I don't like that he's going after Nenio. Let's see if we can freeze him in place.
A calculated risk.
Make your peace.
I'm all right.
Yeah, he just did too much damage too fast. I'd still like to get a dispel off if I could.
Let's try this way.
You are my favorite aid.
I will lend you my aid.
Open to ideas.
These fights are definitely no joke.
Are we in trouble yet?
Not far.
Alright, let's go to the clan hall, see if we can't speak to Marvok. Or one copy of Marvok, maybe?
I'm all ears. I'm curious. Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
Altar consecrated by priests of Desna. I'm a little hesitant to have land back here by himself because I don't know if I'm going to proc a fight. But he's very fast, so I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, yes, what? It went splendidly.
A hole for swimming has been cut into the ice. The cold temperature is maintained by magic. The traces of conjuration and illusion spells can be felt around the pool.
Tread lightly.
Rely on me.
Ah, there you are. Make yourself at home. My home is yours. Wintersun has always honored its traditions. Marvok smiles broadly. I have questions about you and Wintersun. Of course. Ask. What are you doing in Eyes? My clan and I made haste to aid you. We wanted to repay you for all the good the Crusaders had done us, and join you in battle at Threshold. But the journey took us longer than expected, so I gave the order to head to Eyes instead. We decided we would rebuild this place, restore it to its former glory. We've already raised 12 houses. 12 more will be ready by the end of the week. The work continues throughout Eyes as we speak. Tell me about life in Wintersun after I saved you from the demons. Once the illusions of that vile Irabeth were gone, many in the village despaired. We had been blind to the evil of our actions, and afterward, we did not know how to live with the truth. We even thought about abandoning the village. We'd already packed our belongings, but then spirits came to me and told me thus: "Here lies the land of your ancestors, and here's where you must live and die." I gathered my people and convinced them to stay. We've been aiding the crusade as best we could ever since. As I recall, your personal relationship with Irabeth was rather cozy. It is as you say, I won't deny it. I did terrible things when my eyes were clouded. I take no pride in them. All's well that ends well, and for that, you have my undying gratitude, Commander. Even when you knew the truth, you still wanted to do terrible things. Why are you rebuilding Eyes? The city is our capital. This is where we used to hold trials, where the chieftains of all the Sarkorian clans used to meet for their councils. Marvok's eyes gleam with passion. The chieftains of the Winter Sun clan have sat in these halls since time immemorial. My father's father was still a child. He saw with his eyes the true glory of my homeland. If we leave this place to ruin, we can no longer call ourselves Sarkorians. That's the opposite of what Guesmera had said. The Winter Sun clan did not sit on the Council of Chieftains. It appears that Marvok speaks the truth. Perhaps there is someone among his fellow clan members who can support this claim, or his claims. You've already talked about this with Guesmera. It seems that her words are at odds with those of Marvok. It might be worth speaking to her again. Your words are not very believable. You are entitled to your opinion. I have no more questions. Marvok nods. I came here to destroy the anomalies. What can you tell me about them? I know what you speak of. There's nothing special about these anomalies, though. It's similar to a disease that drives forest beasts mad. Rabid creatures are not an uncommon sight in the Worldwound. They die like any other beasts, so they give us no trouble. To tell the truth, we've been handling these anomalies on our own well enough. But since you're here, go ahead and help. We'll talk later. Happy to oblige. Alright, let's go talk to Guesmera.
I'll go ahead.
Greetings, guest. Marvok says the Winter Sun clan once had its own seat on the Council of Chieftains and Eyes. That is very strange. The Chief of Winter Sun is bound to know such things. She listens, making sure no one else is around. I suggest you take a closer look at Marvok. I feel like he's not himself these days. You do a good job of making sure no one else is around. There's two peasants, like, what, 6 feet from her?
I know the way.
What's that noise?
I will help where I can.
My home is your home. You're not who you claim to be. You're the source of the anomalies. Marvok frowns. Insulting the host in his own home is a great sin. You have proof, or are you just flapping your gums? There's so much deceit within you. The Abyss would be proud. Your lies are not of the common sort. It's if you're asking us not to believe you. You don't know the first thing about the history of the Winter Sun clan. What can I say? Worldwound is where magical paradoxes stem from. Within its bounds, even impossible things are possible. Is that all you have to fling at me? I witnessed strange phenomena in Eyes, that the world was under the influence of some unknown magic. Why didn't you mention this? Are you hiding something? A curious claim. Anything else? This isn't over. Marvok frowns. Alright, so I'm assuming we can find more copies of Marvok around the City of Eyes. And possibly other evidence that alludes to him being not who he's saying he is. So we'll keep exploring and then we'll confront him properly once we have the evidence we need.
Yet another obstacle.
This spell doesn't work like that.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
This will hurt.
Gosh darn it. Really hate how they go after Nenio immediately. And I don't think there's really anything I can do about it. Well, I guess that's it.
Prepare yourself.
A calculated risk.
Fall! This is not my time yet.
Desna, guide my hand.
I can still fight.
The light, take you!
This should do it.
This will leave a bruise.
Let's try again.
Someone,
Your performance is
save
lacking.
me.
You are
Oh
lacking.
gosh darn it, Lan.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Together we stand.
Never mind, he's back to normal.
Let me.
Alright, let's bring Nenio back. They keep making it so that I can't get the jump on enemy groups either. So this one had a cutscene beforehand, which put me and the enemies on the same playing field. Another fight on the other side of the map, northwest. They spawned in at different rates, and then they were spread out, so I couldn't hit them with like a single AoE spell. So it's hard to crowd control them. And then I have the one guy that just teleports in, kills Nenio over and over again.
No reason to pause.
I'm not sure if there's actual counterplay for that or not. So I'm having a hard time being able to charge in and one-shot enemies because of how they have the fight set up, and then I can't crowd control them either. Irabeth's lifeless body lies sprawled on the stones. The soldiers fought valiantly, but the enemy was too strong and too numerous. Commander, Irabeth looks dazed and a bit worse for wear, but alive. More alive than she seemed to be a few moments ago. Look closer at Irabeth and try to sense her aura. There's a strange dissonance in the aura around Irabeth. Ripples of chaotic emanations skitter across its surface, making Irabeth's gilded armor glint fitfully, and the air around her turn into a thickened haze. Look closer at Irabeth. Irabeth adjusts her equipment, and the wrongness of her movement is striking. There's no doubt that this person is left-handed. The Irabeth you knew always favored her right hand. I remember how you died in Dresden. Irabeth's face darkens, and her voice turns to steel. Radiant Iomedae brought me back for the battle. When Threshold falls, only then will I find peace. You were dead a second ago. That's not possible. Irabeth is startled by your words. Knocked senseless perhaps, but I am definitely alive. Irabeth's dismay soon gives way to her typical stiff demeanor, as she delivers her report. The scouting group I was with ran into a band of strange demons. We fought them, and then pursued them when they fled. They ambushed us here. We were surrounded then. I don't remember anything after that. I took a hard hit from something, and I was knocked out. But I certainly didn't die. Irabeth pinches herself on the cheek, just to be sure. I know something's wrong with you. Tell me the truth. What? You're mistaken, Commander. Irabeth's protest dies away under your piercing gaze. Finally, she nods warily. Fine. There's no use in disassembling. Yes, there is something wrong with me. The fact is that I am not Irabeth. The Irabeth you knew was killed right there. She points to the place where she lay just a minute ago. Tell me what happened. The real Irabeth was with a scouting unit, holding the defense here. They were killed. As she was dying, Irabeth fell on top of the bodies of the demons she had slain, and something that had been inside them got into her body and began to change it. That change is what created me. What were those demons, and what was in their bodies? They were wrong somehow, in the same way that I am wrong. They were raging, destructive, sadistic, as they always are, but they also seemed perplexed in a way, as though they also knew that they shouldn't exist. And the unnaturalness that was inside them mixed with Irabeth's blood and poisoned her, even in death. Ironic for a paladin who's supposed to be immune to all disease. Irabeth laughs bitterly. Your senses tell you that she speaks the truth, and she speaks just as the real Irabeth would. What are you? I think I am a copy of the real Irabeth. I have all of her memories as well. I think and feel just as she does, except for one thing. I know that I am not the original. But I am no illusion either. Hear the challenge in Irabeth's voice. I can feel fear and pain. I am alive. And I love my wife as I always have. I am faithful to my goddess, and I am ready to die for my comrades. I've decided what I'm going to do with you. Before you do, Commander, please bear one thing in mind. Yes, I'm not the real Irabeth. I do not know what I am. But the real Irabeth is gone. I could take her place. What news would you rather bring back to Anevia? Will you tell her that her wife is dead, dooming her to heartbreak? Will you tell her that everything ended well? I do not know what force created me, for what purpose, but perhaps I deserve the right to live. Doesn't a living Irabeth have more to offer this world than a dead one? If you feel and you think like a living creature, then you are one. Nothing else matters. Isn't that right, Commander? Man, I was inclined to put her down, but I feel like I shouldn't go against Arushalai since she is my romantic interest. So come back with me to the camp. Thank you. I promise to prove myself worthy of your trust. You should be the first to tell Anevia that I'm alive. She'll be beside herself with happiness. You sense that the ground beneath your feet is a little shakier than before. The colors around you seem to blur slightly, and the sounds you hear blend and mix together. Your actions have violated the order and stability of this place. This warrior was ripped to pieces by demons.
As it should be.
Are we in trouble yet? I'll see to your request.
We'll hold off on talking to Suanna for right now.
My dream.
No glory without risk!
You won't survive me.
Mind over muscle.
Endure this!
Into the fray!
Someone save me.
This
Okay.
will hurt.
There's really no reason to even have a front line in this expansion, is what I'm understanding.
A calculated risk.
Make every strike count. You've crossed the wrong assistance.
This should do it.
You won't survive me.
Alright, let's see if I can bring him back. I'd rather bring through all my raised dead scrolls first. So I don't have a way to bring them back. I have to go back to the camp. That's a little tedious. Well,
Focus on the
screw
goal.
it. I guess that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so off camera, I'm going to head back to the camp. We will... Let me go grab this loot real quick.
That is not far.
But yeah, off camera, I'm going to head back to the camp. We'll turn in the quest to Anevia while we're there at the beginning of the next episode. Then we'll come back here and continue exploring Eyes. See if we can't wrap up this area. I have a plan for these fights now. I'm going to keep all my melee units back. I'm not going to rush forward to engage the enemy, because I need to protect my back line. Like, half the enemies we fight just teleport into my back line in one shot. Because, I mean, Nenio and Arushla got one shot in that fight. And that's not good. So, I need to revamp my strategy. And I think I've got it figured out. But we'll see. Either way, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.